Hello Cancer, this is a timeless reading for you starting with the card Earth followed by imagination, go or leave, imitation, poverty and future. So I feel like there are signs of growth in your life, either in one specific field that you have been focusing on and putting effort into for a while. It is just a small plant here in the earth picture. So I said there are signs of growth, or for some of you there is actual growth already. The components seem to be right. The earth is fertile, so that as a metaphor. Something is working out for you and you can see it, you are happy about it. We have the imagination card next to it, and usually in a spiritual sense, imagination is not always something positive. Often, also, the way I drew this card, it's also not negative, but it is quite overrated, and our imagination can heavily mislead us. If we are having overly positive thoughts, they can be disappointed horribly. If we have overly negative thoughts, they can drive us crazy, they can hurt us really bad. So imagination can be very necessary sometimes, but I think almost every human being exaggerates the use of imagination, and it's heavily misleading, I feel. So mainly this card comes up in a negative way, but in your reading, it's actually the first time that it comes up in a really good way. Like you might soon figure out that you have used your imagination in a very good way, even though you thought maybe you were wrong and you were just fantasizing about something that would never come true, but it is coming true. You might find yourself at the right place at the right time and immediately see an instant growth in something. And I'm saying it again, it is a small plant, but it is a plant. And it's going to make you very happy. And with a go and leave card, I feel like it is... We have to perceive this card as a sign. Like it's time for you to really go into this direction. Maybe you were just working on something as a small hobby, or you were just testing around, not even believing it would work, or maybe you once were hoping heavily that it would work, maybe even for 36 months or something like that. 3 years, for quite a long time, maybe something just didn't blossom. And then you thought, okay, I was wrong about that. I was fantasizing too much and now I'm disappointed. But then suddenly something might shift and you might not even expect that. But this will be a sign to go further into this direction, like really. And there's no person walking on the road, there's a car. So I feel like it's a fast movement. Like go fast, like this is the right direction. This tiny plant will grow if you put more effort into it now. Now is the right time. It wasn't the right time 3 years ago, but now it is. And with the previous readings I did before yours, it was a similar thing, that there is a clear split somehow between the upper and the lower row here. I feel like the second row here is about you figuring out why for a long time something hasn't worked. It could be that you were unconsciously inauthentic, not because you are ultimately an inauthentic person. I don't mean that in a bad way. Sometimes we are being a little bit inauthentic out of fear or imitation, because we see something is trending And we might think we have our own way to do the same thing that others are doing, but unconsciously we are copying or imitating things. Or we pick up something that someone has said and then we digest it, and somehow it becomes part of our subconscious. And without wanting it, we are imitating someone or something. And I feel like that there is something spiritual that is watching over you and put a stop to something like, no, as long as you are imitating a trend, imitating a person or several people or a group of people, I will not allow this to become successful. It could even be that, with this poverty card, some of you might have experienced a lot of financial constraints, and you were really desperate to get out of it and picked up something that is trending, hoping by following this trend you might be lucky and earn some money with this as well, because it has worked for a lot of other people, but for you it didn't, because you imitated something or someone. And whoever this spiritual guidance is that's watching over you, they wanted you to find your own way. And another thing I'm seeing in this poverty card is also not financial poverty, but begging for attention. Like really, really needing, like being needy. And I also don't mean that in a mean or negative way. Some people are greedy and needy, and other people are, it's justified that they feel needy because maybe they have experienced a lot of abandonment and rejection, and they are truly lonely or poor. And then in such a case, I wouldn't call someone needy. Like, everyone needs something or someone. So don't take it in a negative way when I'm saying that maybe you were needy for some kind of attention. I could also say, like, maybe you needed some kind of validation or just respect. Maybe you felt ignored, forgotten, and you tried to make someone or several people see you, and it didn't work out. But this will change. We have the future card here. So it's actually not really super cut off from the first row. It's just more that this lower row is some kind of explanation for why something hasn't worked out previously, but now it will, now it does. You can already see the result. Very nice. And the future card is below the go and leave card. And I mean, like, this is the present. You're sitting in the car already seeing the plan, seeing the growth. Now you're having to go with this flow of energy, moving towards be, moving towards future. The future card could also indicate some kind of holiday, vacation here. For some of you, you could even consider to, also again with the car here, literally move to another state or even country, because we have an ocean here. But that is just on the side. That's not the main topic here. It's just something that's also coming up. So the focus is really on this small success, on this growth that is so clear to you, a sign that you should really continue doing that, and it will be successful this time. And it is something that will last in the future. It's not just some fast trend that comes and goes. At the bottom of the deck we have creativity, and creativity, I think, is always something good. And you don't have to be an artist to be creative. You can do so many things in a creative way. You can invent a new machine, you can find a creative solution in a situation, whatever it is. Like, I feel like to creativity there are no boundaries. And overall this reading feels very positive. So I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.